burns. This is also one of the child health emergency. Burns. This is not a new topic for you. This is already you learned in the medical surgical condition in second year. Just I am refreshing. What will happen a child with burn if he came to hospital? Okay. Definition of burns. A burn is a type of injury to the flesh or skin caused by heat, electricity, chemical, friction or radiation. Incidence, if you see, one of the leading cause of accidental injuries at home. Fifth most common cause of accidental death in children. Hot tap water burns causes more death and hospitalization than burns from any other hot liquids. Etiology, flame with the flame 57%, scalding 32%, chemical 7%, electricity and radiation 4%. Contributing factors, socioeconomic status. Children from low income homes have a risk of sustaining burns than those from the higher income homes. Severity of burns inversely proportional to decreasing socioeconomic status. Bone mortality is higher among the children from the lower socioeconomic status. Living conditions. Children are naturally curious and impulsive and active increase the risk of burns. Flammable and caustic substances stored in the home. Eating with indoor fires, cooking practices. Then lack of adult supervision, overcrowding. Medical conditions are epilepsy, increased risk of fall. Traditional medication practices, example the deliberate burning of feet to the child from the convulsive state. Child abuse. Burns account for 10% of all cases of child abuse. Majority of victims are below 2 years. Majority of victims are after 2 years of age. Scaling is the most common cause. Then suspicions of child abuse. Burns to perineum, ankles, wrist, palms and soles. Burns with clean line of demarcation. Presence of older injuries. Contractory accounts of accident. Delay in seeking treatment. In pathophysiology, this is already you learnt in the medical surgical condition. Zone of coagulation, zone of stasis, zone of hyperemia. Zone of coagulation here, area closest to the wound, ruptured cell membranes, clotted blood and thrombosed vessels. Zone of stasis area around the zone of coagulation, inflammation, decreased blood flow. Zone of hyperemia, peripheral area of the wound, limited inflammation and increased blood flow. Classification, if you see, first degree, second degree, third degree and fourth degree. And then if you give the name, superficial thickness, partial thickness superficial and partial thickness deep and full thickness. In the superficial thickness, depth is only epidermis will be injured. Then clinical findings, erythema, significant pain, no blisters. Partial thickness or superficial, this is second degree, superficial dermis, then blisters clear and fluid and pain. Partial thickness, deep burns, this is also second degree, deep dermis will be involved. Vital appearance are fixed red stain, reduced sensation. Full thickness, third degree, epidermis, dermis and complete destruction to subacute fat or muscle bone escherichia formation. Dry, charred or leathery, thrombosed blood vessels insensate. Then criteria for admission. Greater than 10% burns in the child. Any burn in the very young are the infirm. Then any full thickness burns of special lesions of face, hands, feet, perineum. Circumferential burns, inhalation injuries, associated trauma or significant pre-burn illness, example diabetes. This is total body surface area, how it is differ from the adult to child and infant. Please see carefully on the picture. Then this is the estimation of a burn surface area in the children, front and back. In the table you are seeing the area, head, thigh, leg. Then by the age 0, 1, 5 years, 10 years, how it is differ. Then management ABC analysis. Intubate and mechanically ventilated if you suspected the inhalation injury. Quickly established fourth axis, ideally 2 large bore IVs. Then evaluate for compartment syndrome, particularly with the circumferential bones. Assessing inhalation injuries. Look for signed facial heights, edema of nose, mouth, pharynx, larynx, carbonaceous sputum, hoarseness of voice, stridor. Then fluid resuscitation, restoration of adequate intravenous volume to prevent the hypotension and shock, correcting electrolyte abnormalities, minimize renal insufficiency. If the burn is less than 15%, massive fluid shifts will likely to occur due to the systemic inflammatory response syndrome. Then fluid needs will be greater than the anticipated based on the appearance of burn alone. Then Farley's formula 3 to 4 ml multiplied with kg of body weight into percentage of total body surface area, half in the first 8 hours, remaining in the next 16 hours. Galveston's formula, that is 5000 ml per m2 total body surface area burned plus 2000 ml per m2 body surface area, vessel body surface area. Then fluid lactate, ringer lactate will plus 12.5 grams, 25% of albumin per liter, plus D5 as needed for hypoglycemia. Remember to monitor the glucose level. Glycogen stores of the children more than 5 years run out quickly. Inhalation injuries increases total requirements by 1.1 ml per kg per total body surface area. Goal of fluid resuscitation is equal to adequate urine output 1 to 1.5 ml per kg per hour. Then Berkeley formula, total body surface area into weight in kgs is equal to volume in mLs, fluid needed per period. The volume needs to be recalculated at each change in the time period. Every 4 hours for the first 12 hours, every 6 hours between 12 to 24 hours after 36 hours. Then dressing, topical antibiotic dressing will be done with silver nitrate. It is cheap and does not penetrate eggshell and depress electrolytes. Silver sulfadizen, some penetrates of eggshell, then risk of neutropenia. Then methadone acetate, that is penetrates eschar, risk of developing acidosis. Nutrition, burns leads to increased metabolic demands and energy requirements. For burns, less than 40% resting metabolic rate increases up to 200%. Primarily protein catabolism. Protein requirement increased 2 grams per kg per day. Without adequate nutrition, wound healing will not be occur. Goal is loss of less than 10% of pre-injury weight. Patients should not be weighed daily, and enteral feeds are superior to parenteral. Feed child orally if possible, otherwise place nasogastric feeding tube. Then management continued. PPIs, prophylaxis against stress ulcers, adequate analgesics, prophylaxis, antibiotics, physiotherapy, pressure governance. In complication, disfigurement, contractures lead to severe disability in many cases, emotional damage, sequelae, and delay in the reaching development milestones and education development, and finally death. Burns, if you summarize this topic, burns account for significant proportion of pediatric mortality and morbidity worldwide, particularly in other areas. And then majority of burns are due to fire or scalding, often related to cooking practices. Initial evaluation should always include an assessment of child abuse. Ultimately, the key to decreasing mortality and morbidity associated with burns is in prevention via educational campaigns, legislative changes, then hazard reduction and environmental modifications. Thank you. That's all for this topic. Thank you.